All right, everybody, I am here for the last card, you guys, the fourth and final card in the With Love and Gratitude Paper Pumpkin Kit. I'm Jill Blanchette, your host from Green Thumb Stampers. And this last card, I promise, is a short and sweet card, unlike the couple of them I got there this month. I got a couple pretty long ones, but this one's going to be short and sweet. Again, I'm using pieces and parts for most of it. Another piece from the treat box. I'm starting with let me show you the card. Here's the card we're going to make. And we're starting with an 11 by 4 1/4 piece of crumb cake. You can score that at 5 1/2 or just fold it in the middle, burnish on that fold. And I think this one opens up, but I cut my paper to open this way, so that's fine. I got something going on that I'm liking my cards opening this way for some reason lately. I'm going to take one of the panels from the treat box that I've cut to 5 1/4 by 4. We're just going to glue that on right to the card. And let's see, I've got a seam there and some score. I guess it's not going to matter. It's going to cover up the same on both sides. All right. Glue that down. And then I have a leftover piece that came from an envelope. So if you cut the envelope open, card number 3, I use this for the part of it, and then I use these pieces from third card from the top of it, and then there was a little smidge left over. So again, I don't know where I ended up with some extra pieces that I thought I had. I cut a card I didn't realize. So we're going to take this and cut it in half from corner to corner. And don't be worried that it's not going to fit exactly. It's just, like I said, we're using up parts and pieces, and it's going to be beautiful no matter how we use it. Okay, so I cut that in half. And then I'm just going to glue the pieces in place. All right, I already messed up again. I was too confident. I shouldn't have glued this on yet, but it'll still work. Just if you're making this, don't glue this piece down yet. Glue all these little pieces onto the linen, and I don't think I can get it. I'm not going to try and get it off. If Dawn's watching, she would be going, "No, Jill, do not rip it off." So I'm leaving it. I'm channeling Dawn, and I'm just going to leave it on like it is. And so these two are going up in these corners, or down in the corners. And like I said, it's not going all the way to the edge, and that's fine. And if you put this down and it didn't come all the way over to the edge, like I just tore it off because it didn't go to the very edge, you could trim it. All right, then I just have 2 Lost Lagoon strips that are about 1/4 of an inch wide. And this is why I said don't glue it down yet, because we want to trim these off. And with the card glued together, it's kind of hard to, actually I'm just going to put my glue on here. And then butt it right up against the designer paper. And I'll put a little more glue right there. And then this one I'll strategically place like this. then we can come in and trim them off. So we're gonna find the edge of the paper and trim it off. I think that's getting pretty close. Okay. That one looks pretty good, and now we'll come over here to this one. See if I can get under there with my, there we go. So again, don't glue your linen piece down until you have all those on so that you can cut those. And now we're almost done. I promised it would be easy. Quick. So now I've got a set of the leaves, one of the orange pumpkins, and one of the white pumpkins. Now we're just going to glue these together. So I'm going to put a little adhesive on the white one and glue them to the orange one. And then I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive across the orange one. Stick them to the leaves. And flip it over. And I'm going to put adhesive on the back. Lots of it. Because I want my ribbon to be stuck on there really well. And this ribbon, you guys, I got from, I'm going to say I won it. I got it when I went to a 35 for 35 Stampin' Up event. It was one of the goodies in the prize I won. It was all taped together, wrapped up with it. So I'm going to just like glue it down like that. One sticking over a little bit. I'm going to take my pumpkins and I'm going to stick them on it like that so that it's all stuck to it really well. And then now if you have tear and tape or you want to use a bunch of dimensionals, I'm going to get out my giant counterfeit Dollar Tree adhesive pieces. Somebody told me I needed to start a little Amazon link to all the extra things that I use that I don't get from Stampin' Up. And the giant jumbo, these dimensional pieces are one thing that I don't use. I love our smaller ones, but these giant ones just do, they just get right to the point. And so now I've got enough on there that it will stick to the card, and then there's tape on the pumpkins that will stick the ribbon to it. So the ribbon shouldn't come off, and then the card shouldn't come off, or the pieces shouldn't come off the card. I'm going to turn that a little bit so that my ribbon is on there. I just want that in the center. And then I took the For You. I keep most of my cards kind of generic. This would make a good sympathy card too, I think. These colors are just real pretty for that. And I think I might leave the For You off and look for a sympathy. But I put that right down there in the lower right corner. And then on the inside, I just put white. And so I've got a piece of white here. We'll just adhere that in. Again, if you're going to stamp on the white, stamp before you glue it in case you have to flip it over. You could also take this time to take your flower stamp that was in the kit and put part of it down in the corner. That would be real pretty. But that's it for our 4th card, you guys. Told you this one would be quick. Thanks for watching. I will be back again next month.